Welcome to Investor XP. This is the news show that covers investing for gamers. Our message? We want gamers to become investors and secure their future. We believe that gamers like yourselves have strong, intelligent communities that allow the cultivation of ideas, and that gives you a distinct edge in the stock market. This show, we discuss investment ideas focused around gaming, entertainment, and technology. I'm not a professional analyst, but I am retired under the age of 40 because of investing, and I want to help you build a better financial future. You can track my stock picks from the show on our website, investorxp.com. You can also see exactly what I'm investing in at kidbrokers.com. I'm building my kids' college fund with the very stocks we discuss on this show. Busy news day, but first, wanted to talk about the market. The market was actually doing very well today. It was up a good amount. Now it's starting to settle back down a little bit. So should have positive results. GDP numbers came in, spiked the stock market, but it's settling. I don't know if people are taking some profits or what, but settling off a little bit. How is our portfolio performing? Pretty good. GameStop is still the sore spot. It's down 6% since when we bought it. Apple 21%, Nintendo 14%. We're working back up to where we were at a 6% return for a while. So that's falling off a little bit because of GameStop. But GameStop has been gaining steadily since their last quarter announcement or their year-end announcement, where analysts didn't care much for what GameStop said. As far as picks since the show has started, pretty good. 11% overall. We doubled down on our GameStop purchase big time. Bought a lot of GameStop after the it's like 16% drop, and it's actually gotten it back to where it averaged out where we have a little bit of a gain with GameStop since buying it back. We had one of the viewers, he said he wasn't buying it until Monday, and then would sell it off later in the week. If he had done that, he'd have a good chunk of change right now. So buying right after it, I bought it a little bit early, but those people who bought it on Monday, I think it was, where it started rebounding and hit its absolute low. People have made a decent amount of money if they did that trade. And we typically don't do trades. We invest for income. Our don't like picks continue to defy me, and 5%, 3%, 3%. Overall, they're up 3%. Sony in particular, literally the day after we said we didn't like Sony, it bounced back up. Our speculative stocks, one that jumped out at me was Square Enix, down 4% since we started looking at that. I'm curious as to what's driving them. They're down today as well. I am looking for them to gain off of some of their new games that are coming out, particularly Project Octopath Traveler. As we see more on that game, that could be a big seller. Apple Music is in the news, and we were talking about recently, when we've been talking a lot about Apple. Everyone's looking at the iPhone and the iPhone sales, and we think that that's all great for the backbone of the company, but they have so many other outlets to make money, and Apple Music is one of them, and it's something they're pushing. There's something they're developing pretty strongly, and I think it'll start generating a lot of money for them. Article today that was interesting to me for Apple Music was Apple Music beats Spotify in monthly unique users. Now, it's because of a 3-month free trial period, but Spotify has been way ahead of Apple Music. And for them to even get close to similar numbers, I think is a good sign, a strong sign for Apple Music. 40 million unique monthly mobile users. And Spotify at 30 million. iHeartRadio's making some headway with theirs. They got a decent app. But there's your streaming music. Apple, Pandora, Spotify. So 3 months free has gotten them a little traction. We'll see what they do. As of December 2016, Apple had 20 million paid subscribers. That's been growing steadily. Spotify has 50 million. So Spotify is still way ahead of the game on Apple. But if Apple continues to grow this, and they're starting to do their own original content too. I think they're going to do the carpool karaoke. And Spotify is taking a cue. They're going to announce their traffic jam show, which I don't know about their own original content. Apple's got to be very careful. We were talking about one of the reasons we dislike Sony is because they're in so many different things, and once you start spreading out like that and you can't control the product that you're making, and it starts to become an inferior one, that's where you're in trouble. They slowly grow Apple Music and they add subscribers. That's just more revenue for Apple, more good news. That's one of the reasons why we own it, and we call for people to own it. It's great stock. That's it for today's show. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. It supports us, helps the channel grow. We really want to grow the channel so that we have a robust community of people learning to invest, starting to invest, sharing ideas for gamers to invest. So we'll be there. It'll probably take us a while. It's going to be a long journey, but I've got nothing better to do, so this is what I'm doing. But best way to chat with us live during the show, 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central. We can pull up the chat window at any time. Shoot us a tweet, InvestorXP, or mail us at mail@investorxp.com. If you don't watch the live show, we have a relatively small audience that watches the live show right now. Most people catch the recap videos, which is probably what you're watching right now. Leave comments in the recap video. I reply to most of them. Feel free to share your investment ideas, investment tips. Put them in there. I probably won't delete it unless it's something ridiculous, hateful, something like that. Put them in there. Love to see them. Love to hear from you. So that's it. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.